tale of immigrants who came from Puerto Rico, seeking a better life, only to find that the American dream is reserved for a select few.
This is a poem which we are able to relate to, as we are descendants of immigrants from different nations, such as
Guatemala,
Mexico, Puerto Rico,
The Philippines,
Poland.
the tone of our selection is one of anger, sorrow, and rejection.
In the beginning of this piece, we'll start off in a formation of a clock to symbolize the passage of time.
The Puerto Rican Obituary by Pedro Pietri.
They worked. They were always on time. They were never late. They never spoke back when they were insulted.
They worked. They never took days off that were not on the calendar. They never went on strike without permission.
They worked 10 days a week.
And we're only paid for 5.
They worked.
They worked.
They worked.
and they died. They died broke, they died owing.
They died, never knowing what the front entrance to the First National City Bank looks like.
Juan,
Miguel,
Milagros.
Olga,
Manuel,
all died.
yesterday, today,
and will die again tomorrow.
passing their bill collectors,
On to the next of kin,
All died.
waiting for the Garden of Eden to open up again.
under a new management.
All died.
Dreaming about America. Waking them up in the middle of the night.
Screaming,
Mira, mira.
Your name is on a winning lottery ticket for $100,000.
All died.
Hating
The grocery stores,
that sold a make-believe state.
And bulletproof rice and beans.
all died.
Waiting.
dreaming
And hating.
dead Puerto Ricans
Who never knew they were Puerto Ricans.
who never took a coffee break.
From the 10 Commandments,
To kill.
kill
Kill.
the landlords of their cracked skulls and communicate with the Latino souls.
Juan,
Miguel,
Milagros.
Olga.
Manuel. From the nervous breakdown streets where the mice live like millionaires and the people do not live at all, are dead and were never alive.
Juan died waiting for his number to hit.
Miguel died, waiting for the welfare check to come and go and come again.
Milagros died waiting for the 10 children to grow up and work so she could quit working.
Olga died, waiting for a $5 raise.
Manuel died waiting for his supervisor to drop dead so he could get a promotion.
It's a long ride from Spanish Harlem to Long Island Cemetery, where they were buried. First the train, and then the bus, and the cold cuts for lunch, and the flowers that will be stolen when visiting hours are over.
It's very expensive,
Is very expensive.
but they understand. Their parents understood. It's a long non-profit ride from Spanish Harlem to Long Island Cemetery.
Juan,
Miguel,
Milagros.
Olga.
Manuel.
All died.
yesterday, today, and will die again tomorrow. Dreaming about Queens, clean-cut, lily-white neighborhood.
Puerto Rican scene.
$30,000 home. The first fix on the block.
Proud to belong to a community full of gringos who want them lynched. Proud to be a long distance away from that sacred phrase.
¿Qué pasa? These dreams, these empty dreams from the make-believe bedrooms their parents left them are the after effects of television programs about the ideal
white American family,
With black maids.
And Latino janitors.
More well trained.
to make everyone and their bill collectors laugh at them and the people they represent.
Juan died dreaming about a new car.
Miguel died, dreaming about new anti-poverty programs.
Milagros died dreaming about a trip to Puerto Rico.
Olga died, dreaming about real jewelry.
Manuel died dreaming about the Irish sweepstakes.
They all died, like a hero sandwich dies, in the garment district at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Social Security number to ashes, union dues to dust.
They knew they were born to weave and keep the morticians employed, as long as they pledged allegiance to the flag that wants them destroyed. They saw their names listed in the telephone directory of destruction. They were trained to turn the other cheek by newspapers that misspelled, mispronounced, and misunderstood their names and celebrated when death came and stole their final lottery ticket.
They were born dead and they died dead.
It's time to visit Sister Lopez again. the #1 healer and fortune card dealer in all of Spanish Harlem. She can communicate with your relatives for a reasonable fee. Good news is guaranteed.
Rise, Sable. Rise, Sable.
Death is not dumb and disabled. Those who love you want to know the correct number to play. Let them know this right away.
Rise, Sable. Rise, Sable. Death is not dumb and disabled. Now that your problems are over and the world is off your shoulders, help those who you left behind find financial peace of mind.
Rise, Sable. Rise, Sable. Death is not dumb and disabled. If the right number we hit, all our problems will split. And we'll visit your grave on every legal holiday.
Those who love you want to know the correct number to play. Let them know this right away. We know your spirit is able. Death is not dumb and disabled.
Rise, Sable. Rise, Sable.
Juan,
Miguel,
Milagros.
Olga,
Manuel.
all died.
Yesterday, today, and we'll die again tomorrow. Hating, fighting, and stealing broken windows from each other. Practicing religion without a roof. The Old Testament.
The New Testament
According to the gospel,
of the Internal Revenue
the judge
and jury
and executioner
protector.
and eternal bill collector.
second-hand shit for sale.
Learn how to say, ¿Cómo está usted?
And you will make a fortune. They are dead. They are dead and will not return from the dead.
Until they stop neglecting
The art of their dialogue.
for broken English
To
lessons
impress the Mr. Goldstein.
who keep them employed.
As lavaplato porters,
messenger boys,
Factory workers.
Maids,
Stock clerks.
shipping clerks,
assistant, mailroom assistant,
Assistant.
assistant,
To the assistants.
assistant,
assistant, lavaplatos, and automatic, artificial smiling doorman for the lowest wages of the ages and rages when you demand a raise because it's against the company policy to promote.
Spix,
Spix.
Juan died hating Miguel because Miguel's used car was in better running condition than his own used car.
Miguel died hating Milagros because Milagros had a color television set, and he could not afford one yet.
Milagros died hating Olga because Olga made $5 more on the same job.
Olga died hating Manuel because Manuel had hit the numbers more times than she had hit the numbers.
Manuel died hating all of them
Juan,
Miguel,
Milagros.
And Olga.
because they all spoke broken English more fluently than he did.
And now they are together in the main lobby of the Void. Addicted to silence. Off limits to the wind, confined to worm supremacy in Long Island Cemetery. This is the groovy hereafter the Protestant collection box was talking so loud and proud about.
here lies Juan.
here lies Miguel,
Here lies Milagros.
Here lies Olga.
Here lies Manuel.
who died yesterday, today, and will die again tomorrow. Always broke, always owing, never knowing that they are beautiful people, never knowing the geography of their complexion. Puerto Rico is a beautiful place, but the Riqueños are a beautiful race.
If only.
They had turned off the television and tuned in to their own imaginations.
If only.
They had used their white supremacy Bibles for toilet paper purposes and make their Latino souls the only religion of their race.
If only.
They had returned to the definition of the sun after the first mental snowstorm on the summer of their senses.
If only they had kept their eyes open at the funeral of their fellow employees who came to this country to make a fortune and were buried without underwear.
Juan,
Miguel,
Milagros.
Olga.
Manuel.
will right now be doing their own thing, where beautiful people sing and dance and work together, where the wind is a stranger to miserable weather conditions, where you do not need a dictionary to communicate with your people.
Aquí se habla español all the time.
Aquí. You salute your flag first. Aquí.
there are no dinosaur commercials.
Aquí.
Everybody smells good.
Aquí.
TV dinners do not have a future.
Aquí.
The men and women admire desire and never get tired of each other.
Aquí. Que paso far is what's happening. Aquí.
To become Negrito.
Means to be called love.